in this AFC wildcard game. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Prescott looks to throw right away. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Running right through it. And he's got a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, Prescott. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with his defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Nick Bonito buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, and they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA. 17 touchdowns, you remember, for this rookie during the regular season, and now he has his first in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Toney to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Prescott.
Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Chargers' 38-yard line.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Gets around him, and he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
First down, Prescott. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. DeAndre Hopkins. 28 yards.
And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. They'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Cousins gives way to Cook. Room here to run. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because...
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Prescott.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
Oh, Prescott stripped and picked up by the Chargers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chad Muma came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. On the return, it's Tony.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Now Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
And a sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They run it again with Cook. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt.
Here comes Tony on the return.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jordan. And he'll be out right at the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Prescott on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Prescott yet again.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott now. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Now their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Cousins now to throw on first down. Going up top. This is caught at the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Cooper Kupp in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. To throw is Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
31 yards there and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
yeah.
Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 13-yard line.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chauncey Golston drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
65 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Charger drive about to get going. They start the drive with Cook. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He's got him in, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. On play action, Cousins. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Dante Fowler. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well. Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, first and 10.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5 now. Prescott looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him go too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now Prescott going deep for Hopkins. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance of victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
They run again on first down. Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Flex.
Now Cousins.
He will find his man Chase complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line.
A big play there for L.A. 52 yards. I know it's tough to make tackles in the open field, but that one hurts because he got a little bit extra after the missed tackle.
Receivers are coached so well, they have to break at least one tackle after the catch. He did that on that play.
Now Cousins. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Here we go.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Prescott's throw caught by Tony.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Brevin Jordan.
67 yards.
And the Bengals get a bit closer.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
So The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Cousins. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Yellow.
Throwing is Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
A first down carry by Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Here's Prescott. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Here's Dak. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Prescott. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Dak. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
And the tight end goes in motion left. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
To throw, Prescott.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Jordan. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a two-point conversion to tie it.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's two-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The touchdown saved their playoff lives momentarily. Now for the two-point conversion. One last shot now for Prescott. And it's incomplete. They needed 8. They only got 6 here in the final seconds as the two-point conversion fails. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll conserve whatever time he can as they'll opt to bring it out to the 25-yard line.